Hello everyone. Welcome to the next session of history. Today we are going to address to the topic old and new religion plus conclusion of the chapter. So I hope that before I begin with the chapter, I hope that you all are safe in this period of pandemic and kindly keep yourself healthy plus take utmost care of yourself because that is very important. So moving on to our next topic, that is old and new religion, because since we have been talking about the thousand-year change, so we are going to discuss here the religion, the changes that took place in the religion. Because before I share my screen to you, I request everyone to kindly take out your notebook so that you can note down the important points that are required so that you are whenever you revise you will be able to understand the things in a better way. So in the meantime you can take out your notebooks. Okay. Okay, so this is the very first slide, and then moving on to the next slide. First of all, what do we mean by religion? Religion is a particular system of faith and worship. For example, if we talk about a system of faith or worship, it depends upon our own inner self, that what do we preach and how do we reach to the divine force is somewhere is reflected on a personal level, um, is considered to be belief or a faith which is inside a person, that is considered to be bhakti. And that is how, when we associate bhakti in a collective term, we often refer to as religion, because it is a system that is followed by a group of people that we consider. Okay, so there have lot of changes that have taken place in this time period from 700 to 1750, because you see that there were some of the very important changes that occurred during this period, that was worshipping of new deities. That means people started worshipping the new god and goddesses which were there. And next is there was construction of temples by the royalty, that the people who were very wealthy in the places, they started with the construction of temples, and so that the so that there could be an emergence of bhakti through the temple system, through showing or through showing that the religion importance in front of people. Then secondly, there were a lot of importance of a dominant group in the society. So Brahmins were becoming more important in the society. You know why? Because Brahmins became so important in the society, because you know that in earlier times the knowledge of Sanskrit was not common to everyone, and so many texts and so many texts and holy books, you know, already they have been written in Sanskrit. And since the people who only have a knowledge of Sanskrit were becoming more dominant in the society, because that was a period where importance of Sanskrit grew, and at the same point of time the people who are known to Sanskrit or who were able to read, write and understand Sanskrit, definitely they were having more importance in the society. So that is how they were becoming dominant in the society. And you know that these learned scholars or Brahmins were supported by the patrons. Who are the patrons? Patrons are basically the wealthy people who actually patronage the particular Brahmins, not particular Brahmin, but the people who were known to Sanskrit, that was Brahmin. So they were actually, who were the patrons? Patrons were the wealthy group of people who were taking the entire care, wholesale responsibility of Brahmins, and that is why they were being patronaged by the rulers. Then there was emergence of idea of bhakti came into the period, and that is how the religional practices have taken over during this period of time. And do you know that there were lot many changes which have been introduced in the society, like you know that movement and migration is one of the most important thing that have brought people from different places and also resulted into lot of diversities in terms of religion, in terms of culture, in terms of tradition, in terms of languages, in terms of so many things. Because when people come from one place to another place, they carry themselves, plus they carry their religion, their transformation, their languages, so many things with them. And that is where come of the new section of the community, that was Muslim. Because when I would take you to the next slide, because you know that most of the new religions like Islam entered in the Indian subcontinent. This was because that many of the merchants and migrants, when they traveled to India, they have also carried, as I said you, ki whenever the people come, they often carry so many things with them: their religion, their culture, their tradition, their costumes, their languages. So was there in religion too. That when the people, these Muslim people, when they entered in India, they brought their own religion like Islam in the subcontinent. And you know that there were lot many foreign migrants and merchants who came up in India and who have brought so many changes in the religion structure of the India. Because when they brought their own, when they brought themselves into the country, they have also given more importance to the religion of them. Obviously, for everyone, their religion is considered to be supreme. So on, whether you are a Muslim, whether you are a Hindu, whether you are a Christian, so it will go likewise. Because everyone has utmost importance, gives utmost importance to their religion, to their culture, and to the people they belong, they are part of. So definitely, as you know that we in class 7th are reading medieval history, and there were not many people who have came to India like Akbar, Aurangzeb, Babur. So these were belonging to the Muslim background, and definitely they brought their religion into the subcontinent. And they, as they were the great followers of Islam, and that is why they have set up a new custom of Islamic culture in India. And because of it, you know that we see lot many, apart from temples, we see mosque in our country, we see churches in our country. So these were done in order to propagate their religion. Propagate matlab to give more importance to their religion. So that is why the rulers, like Muslim rulers, often constructed so many mosques, so many tombs, so that their religion could be known worldwide. Okay, so you already know that Quran is the holy book of Islam, and it asks all Muslim to believe in one God. Definitely, when we talk about Islamic culture, they often believe in monotheism. Mono means one, and theism means that is following of one God. So they believe in only one God, that is Allah. That is the supreme and almighty power that they all believe into. So there are two main faiths in Islam. You already know there are two types of Muslims. One is Shia, another is Sunni. Moving on to the next one. Okay, when we talk about, see, the history can be divided into, definitely it is based on time. What we are reading today will become history tomorrow. So what the people have done 1,000 years back or 2,000 years back is now for us as in history. So it can be, it all, these are all influenced by the period of time. So time can be divided into period, or can be classified into periods. That is, there is a common period for different, um, for different things. Like you know that British historians have divided the history into three periods. One is Hindu, second is Muslim, and the third is British. We consider till class 6th. If I talk to you, then definitely you have read about a lot of Hindu rulers, you have read about so many importance of the dynasties, you have read about things which were very very, you saw that there was no kind of, none of the technological development that took place. You did not see very very noticeable changes, like invention of paper was not common. So that's why we are considering something that was, जो कि प्राचीन काल जिसे कह सकते हैं ना, so that is ancient. In medieval history we are going, that is class 7th history, will be considering about the entire from 8th century to the end of these to the end of the 17th or earliest of the 18th century, that is medieval period, that will be classified as the Muslim history. And then we are going to talk about the modern history, that will be taken upcoming. You already know that this was one of the things that was like this division, you know, that it has ignored the rich diversity of the subcontinent. Why it has ignored the diversity of the subcontinent? Because it has only given importance to religion structure. Like suppose if there were Hindu rulers, there is more propagation of religion of Hinduism. If you talk about Muslim rulers, there's more propagation of Muslim rulers, and so on and so forth. On the other hand, the history has a way beyond apart from the religion structure. They have also brought the culture there. Also there have been significant changes in the social political structure of the economy or of the entire period. So that is why, you know, that this periodization which was done by British historians is not followed blindly by all historians, because they give importance to the other things also, whereas only a few historians follow this kind of periodization. Okay, so I think that's end of the chapter. Thank you very much.